Hi everyone, Shaun Daly here from Page28 Studios, and I am here on my own today because Abby and Cole couldn't be here for this. So yeah, this is my first video where I'm actually on my own, so please don't kill me. Now, today I am going to give you our first ever trailer reaction video, which we will probably do a load more of these and probably get a load more people involved with this. But today we're going to start with probably the biggest trailer to come out so far, which is Star Wars The Last Jedi. I think it's only fair that before I actually give you my reactions to this trailer, that I just give you a little explanation about my history with Star Wars. Now, I am a big Star Wars fan, but when I say a big Star Wars fan, I'm a big Star Wars fan of the films. I love the films, both the original trilogy and the prequels. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of controversy about that, but I do. The I love the original. Like I say, the original trilogy cannot be touched. It's a classic set of films. Like I say, A New Hope is great. Empire was fantastic. Really made it toned it down to make it a bit more dark. And like I say, the bad guys, when you think of it, at the end of the film, won, and then Return brought everything back nicely, and ended the story lovely. Now with the prequels, I actually enjoy them. I really enjoy them, and I'll tell you why. Because this was the Star Wars trilogy that I grew up with. Like a lot of people would have gone to the theater to see Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. We had Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. These were the films I went to see with my friends. I got to see in cinemas, and I got to really have a fantastic experience with. So I know they have their flaws, and some are considered more major than others. But again, when I watch them, I still find it hard to see past. I don't like the flaws I see. For me, aren't as big a deal. I think there is an overreaction with some of them, and I've got a feeling like Lucas didn't intend some of those things to happen. But obviously, like I say, Jar Jar and a couple of other things, race comments, stuff like that. It's it's all for debate, and it will still be debated probably till the end of time now. So moving on with the new films, I'm going to be honest. When I heard Disney were buying Lucasfilms and were basically planning to make a Star Wars film every year, I was not happy about it. I actually thought this was really milking as much as you can out of it till literally all you're left with is white powder or a really skinny cow that's just like, no, kill me. So yeah, try and imagine that in your head. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't happy with this. I didn't think it was necessary. And then, like I say, when I went to see Force Awakens, obviously the nostalgia really got through. And yeah, first time I watched it, I had a fantastic experience. But then when I went to see it again, and like I say, looked up a couple of things, I realized that there were some flaws, and the flaws were that it is a New Hope 2.0. It is completely near enough a carbon copy. A couple of differences here and there, but it literally is a carbon copy. So I don't. So and obviously the reasons they're saying that is because we're trying to. The Force Awakens was a play it safe movie. They played it safe. They made basically near enough the same plot as A New Hope to get the fans that were still miffed about the prequels, even though I'm sure they included the word Sith and all that. And there's actually a lot of acknowledgements to the prequels, but they did their best to try and get rid of wipe the prequels out of people's memories, which I didn't really believe was necessary. I feel like they should at least embrace and learn from the prequels. But yeah, I thought it was a bit lazy. I thought seriously nobody could come up with a good Star Wars story, but in the end, that's what we got. We got the Force Awakens, and people still enjoy it. I still think Rey's a great character. And then we move on to Rogue One, which for me has been the best so far out of the two new films that have come out. Because, if funny enough, it was involved in the timeline that I cherish from episode 1 all the way to episode 6. So we got episode 3. I'm going to say 3.9 because literally when Rogue One ends, it's 10 minutes before A New Hope starts, I would say at least. So I'll give them that. Like I say, I enjoy the spin-off stories that go around exploring different characters that we didn't get a chance to explore in the original saga. Now, with regards to Last Jedi, I have a feeling that this is gonna really be the film that defines these new films. Force Awakens got everyone back in, but it's where The Last Jedi will be whether people stay invested or not. Because The Last Jedi is Empire 2.0. At least for me, I'm done with taking these films seriously. Because if you can't come up with... I mean, give Lucas credit, there was a bit of originality with the prequels. But if writers today can't come up with some kind of new story or new ideas for new Star Wars films, what's the point? What's the point of giving us basically the exact same trilogy but with different characters? So that's why I'm really... This is going to be the most interesting film for me. Force Awakens, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Rogue One, I was like, oh yeah, I'm up for it. This one, I'm like, all right, this I'm definitely going to see because I want to know where they're taking this. So, like I say, still iffy on the new films. So it's going to be interesting to see what this teaser trailer brings to the table. So let's get going. Right, let's get our headphones on. Like I belong on the set of Star Wars. Okay, let's go. Alright, we got stars. Oh. Planet? No, it's a rock. Well, she's been through hell.
Breathe. Just breathe. Now, reach out. What do you see?
Light. Darkness. A balance.
It's so much bigger. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end.
Okay, alright. Okay. So initial reaction. Definitely interested, but it's not as... I would say it's not... It didn't blow me away, except for that last line. Because everything's basic. You got obviously the epic Star Wars music. Obviously, it's going to pump everyone up. You got obviously Rey, and then you got the rest of the characters in there. Obviously, they're going for the three main characters. I think it's Poe and Finn, is it? And Rey. They're the three main ones. Good to see BB-8 in there. And like I say, obviously you saw the back of Leia. Like I say, Carrie Fisher, rest in peace. Rest in peace. It's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with her. But obviously she finished this film, so there's no problems here. But episode 9 is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I don't know if she finished episode 9 yet, or she still had a couple of things to do. But yeah, it's like you say, it feels like, yeah, it's a standard Star Wars trailer. It's got everything in there. It's got spaceships crashing and for some reason painting the ground red. I don't know what that's about. Um, it's got what else am I looking for? I'm trying to think. It's got explosions. It's got a number of things. It's like I say, space. Obviously, it's the space battle above a planet, so we've got a space battle in there. So there you go. Yeah, you can definitely say it doesn't feel Empire 2.0. So, funny enough, except for it looks like she's obviously. I think this was clear in the Force Awakens. Luke's going to train her. So obviously you got the Luke Yoda thing. You got the Luke Ray thing. So yeah, there's obviously a couple of elements that are going to be in Empire, but hopefully it's not complete, carbon copy. But I'm just gonna. There's only one real bit that stood out for me, and it was that last line where Luke says it's time for the Jedi to end. Now, I think a load of fans are gonna immediately assume Luke is gonna turn to the dark side. I don't think he is. I actually feel like this is a bit more complicated than the trailer's making it out. I think that, and funny enough, like I say, trailers have the ability to cut lines short and all that. So I've got a feeling it's not going to be a case of it's time for the Jedi to end. It's time for the Jedi and the Sith to end. I think Luke is trying to find the balance, and the balance might be to get rid of, to have balance. Obviously, you have good and evil balancing, but what if you get rid of them? What if you get rid of the bad? What if you get rid of the good? Because that's balance. Because without any bad, there's no need for good. So I've got a feeling that at least my theory is Luke's plan is not to just destroy the Jedi, but destroy the Sith as well. So basically, he's basically going to get rid of the like uh, entire like Jedi religion and even Sith beliefs. So funny enough, I feel like this is going to be like he's going to try to eradicate or destroy two beliefs: the Jedi way and the Sith way, which would be a nice way to go. Because Luke was always considered the balance. He was he was a balance. So I don't know if he's going to make Rey the balance now. If Rey is going to be a combination of both, because obviously I think they've stated that the Last Jedi is Luke. So Luke was actually trained to be a Jedi. He basically said he stated he's a Jedi. So is that going to be it? Luke is the final Jedi, obviously, and then Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, I think his name is going to be the last Sith, unless Snoke comes into. Obviously, Snoke comes into at some point, and he'll do that, and then he'll come in, and those two will be the last Sith, and then Rey is meant to be the balance between good and evil. So she's not one way, she's not the other way. She's completely in the middle. Which, funny enough, if you've seen the poster for it, kind of indicates that, because you got Luke on one side, the Last Jedi, you got Kylo Ren on the other, who's probably going to be the last Sith. So, like I say, that last line was really the only thing that really stood out for me. Everything else was quite basic. It wasn't completely wow. It wasn't as epic. I think the thing with the advantage that the Force Awakens trailer had was that we hadn't seen a Star Wars trailer in like near enough 10 years. We hadn't seen a trailer to a new Star Wars, so everyone was pumped up for that. This, I'm interested. They've teased enough. I think I'm going to have to wait for the actual first trailer to come out to really have any idea what is going on, or whether it's worth investing in. I mean, I am going to see this. I am going to go see this with my mates. It's like become a tradition now when we went to see Force Awakens together, we're going to go and see Rogue One together. We did see Rogue One together, and we're going to probably see this. But whether I'm as excited as I was for Force Awakens and Rogue One, I'm not 100% sure. I like I say, I have to wait for the other trailers to really get me pumped. But at the moment, I'm just like, okay, let's see where you go. So yeah, that is it. Thank you very much for joining me on this our first ever trailer reaction, and hopefully we'll have a load more of these coming your way. And if you want to see more videos, like I say, you can subscribe. If you enjoyed this video in particular, please give it a like. And you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you want to know more. And that's really it. If you want, guys, give it your thoughts on what you thought of the Last Jedi trailer. Did you love it? Did you think it was okay? Did you even not like it? Yeah, I mean, don't be ashamed to say if you don't like it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it. And is there any more videos you would like us to do? Any more reviews? Any more trailer reactions? Any more, like I say, we just we released a new set of videos called First Take or Remake. Any particular ones you want us to do there? Please let me know, and also let Abby and Colt know as well. I'm sure they appreciate it. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me here today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.